Good morning, guys, and welcome to the vlog. Today I'm here with the aquatics team, and guess what? I'm going to be an aquarist for the day. Honestly, I do a lot of stuff reptile-wise, and I know how to do that, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with all this aquatic stuff, so I'm going to have you guys show me what it's like to be an aquarist for the day. I want to show you the new fish. Did you get a chance to see them yet?
No.
All right, let's go check out some fish.
Check it out. I already see one.
Do you? Which
Nemo.
one?
Since when did Nemo get in the bridge tank?
It's been a couple days.
Aww,
Okay.
They're so cute and big.
He is super cute. It's actually two, so there's a pair.
Oh. Hi guys.
How cute.
Jinx.
So look for, I believe it's a trio. They are called foxface.
Oh, that?
No, that's
Oh.
the bird rat.
Yep, that's a wrasse. We already had the wrasse.
Okay.
We did add another one, but I don't think that one's it. They were just here. Now they're hiding. The beauty of the big tanks, right? Where are you at, foxface?
Well, what color is it?
That does not look
They have predominantly yellow.
That?
And, oh wait, yep, there they are.
Oh, those are so cool. I love that fish.
I see why it's called foxface.
I know, right? Aren't they so cute?
What about that? Is that new?
Nope, we definitely have that.
Okay. Maybe I need more time to just stand and look at the tank.
First on the agenda is food prep, which if it's for the fish, I think they're gonna eat fish, which is not my favorite, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I got used to feeding rodents, so I guess I can get used to cutting fish. That looks like a lot of fish. It smells really good.
So every day we have to do our food prep for the animals here, and today we're gonna be prepping some food for our cow-nose stingrays. So I'm gonna show you what to do, okay?
All right.
We weigh out all of our food here. We have our scale, and for our stingrays we try to make sure that the pieces are gonna be big enough that we can serve them with our hands, but at the same time small enough that they can still eat them. So we're gonna do pieces that are about this big.
Okay.
We're gonna do 600 grams by the time we're done.
All right. And so all of this, or
Yeah, so-
just the big ones?
So we're just doing the capelin today for the cow-nose stingrays, but we will prep out all of this food for all the animals that we have here today.
Okay, so first job for me is 600 grams of big stinky fish. Here we go. Okay, so each of these should be what, 3 pieces about? Or
About
is that?
3. Yep,
Okay.
about 3.
That's about the right size. Oh my gosh. I am not a fish person at all. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like to eat it. I don't like to touch it. It's cold. It's weird. It's looking at me. Again, you know what? I had to get the learning curve getting used to rodents when I was first with Brian and doing reptiles. So I think this is the same kind of learning curve as far as just getting used to things that you don't do very often. Honestly, I don't even like to cook, but I think I can handle this. I can cut stuff. You think, am I doing a good job?
Absolutely.
Is this, okay.
Yep.
All right. And I just keep going. You said how many?
600 grams.
6? Oh, good Lord. No wonder I see them back here at this table all the time, because that's a lot. And these are for the cow-nose rays, you said, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Well, that's going to be real fun to be feeding off today. Ew, it leaked on me. This is going to take me a while, so we might have to come back to this because I'm only at 240. Hey guys. Hey.
What's up?
Can I show you some new fish?
Yes. That's
All
some
right,
fishing.
let's go this way. So there are some new fish in the bridge tank. Can you guys locate them?
I've seen a lot of new stuff.
Look at, you're right. They're going. It's almost like they did it for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at me.
Fox face?
Yes,
Fox
they
face.
are. And then the small
I'm learning.
fish. They are. They're fox face. They're very cool.
And they're venomous.
Yes, you're right. I did not know that.
I
they
like
actually
venomous
are
stuff.
venomous.
Mike,
So-
did you go home and research this after we got them?
No, I didn't know we got them.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, okay. What do you see there?
A clownfish.
Yes, we have. There's actually 2 in there. Let me show you another one that I'm super excited about. Do you enjoy doing this?
I mean, it's part of the job. They need to eat, so to keep them healthy, we give them a well-balanced diet.
All right, so what is your least favorite thing to prep? How about that?
Ooh, maybe bloodworms. They're really easy to prep, but they have a smell to them.
Yes, I do remember those from my pet vendor days. Those are disgusting. If you ever get a chance to experience smelling or touching them, I recommend doing it. It's something you'll never forget.
Yep.
And I know I asked you before, what are these again?
They're called capelin.
Poor little Caitlin. I should have signed up for shrimp day. That's more my speed. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe how much it takes to be 700.
600.
Oh, 600. I'm already screwing up. All right. Oh,
Perfect.
all right, it's 600. Now I need to wash my hands. Job one, done. I smell like an aquarist. See if they can find what's in this tank. I don't know that we can because I was looking and I think they're hiding too good. But we do have several eels in here.
Oh, I see one.
And
I see one.
I know. So which one do you
Oh,
see?
I see two. I see spots.
Nope, I only see one eel. He's all the way up there, backing around, and then there's
Yeah,
his tail.
look down though. There's a big one with polka dots.
Oh, yep. I see two
There is
eels.
one with polka dots back there.
How do we get them out?
Food.
See, this is why I don't like to work with the fish because I want to hold it.
I know.
What kind of eels are these?
A Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Moray
Okay,
eel.
so that's the one with what?
There's
polka dots?
also, he's hiding right now, and I'm very disappointed, a bamboo shark.
Oh,
Ooh.
where is he?
I don't know. I wish I could find him.
I'm gonna find
We're gonna
him.
have to maybe come back. Maybe we can entice him with some food because he's super
Wait,
cool.
bamboo shark in here?
Yes, he's very small, and eventually he will go and he will live in the shark tank.
I know.
Oh, that's great.
I love bamboo sharks. Bamboo sharks and nurse sharks are my favorite sharks. I didn't know we had a bamboo shark in here.
I can't believe he can hide that good.
Yeah.
All right, on to job number 2. Apparently Nicole has a job for me and it has something to do with cucumbers.
Yeah, we're gonna do some enrichment for the saltwater predator tank. It just kind of helps them get the opportunity to express some like natural behaviors and helps stimulate them in a mental and physical way.
And we're gonna do it with a cucumber.
They love cucumbers.
Well, I guess it makes sense because in the wild they're gonna get some kind of plants and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff too.
Yeah, this is
so.
gonna give them like a natural grazing behavior.
Okay.
And Striker's gonna cut it because he's the best at cutting them.
Is this something I should take a tip to cut at home when I want a salad? Like this is the best way?
Probably.
All right.
If the fish like it, we have to like it.
All right, there we go. Chef Striker is going to show us how to properly cut a cucumber.
Always tuck your fingers. Most important part.
Yes, that, I need to take
No
note on
matter
that.
what.
So we're cutting off the ends to make it a little easier to slice through.
They don't like the outside as much as they like the inside.
They'll pretty much only pick at the inside.
Makes
So,
sense.
the
Soft.
ends are nothing but outside.
Now, do you have a bit of culinary training?
I think so.
That's what I.
He does it way better than I do.
cook at home a lot,
Okay.
but now I'm gonna mess it up.
Pressure's on.
Not awful.
It's pretty good. Better than mine.
They love the middle parts.
Okay, so you're just doing long, thin slices.
You don't
So-
want it too thin though.
And then I'm just getting some zip ties ready. We use a heavy rock to help sink it to the bottom. And we're using some handy dandy zip ties that we're gonna basically anchor the cucumber to so that it'll kind of float up in the water and it looks like a little cucumber city. That's why I call it Cucumber
All
City.
right, I'm excited to see how we build this. We're building a cucumber city,
I am
people.
not an engineer, so bear with me. I like to put the ends first, or one end first, so I'll just stab it through the middle. These ones are pretty sturdy, so I can just go straight through the middle, but the thinner ones, I kind of have to go off to the side, or else the cucumber will fall off
Scrape off.
almost immediately. And most of the time they do get it off pretty fast anyways, but I'm trying to keep it together as much as possible.
Do they ever pull it off and swim around with it?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But this is cool. I love this. I love that it's not only nutritional, but giving them enrichment, something fun, something different for them to do. This is a lot of fun.
All right, so this is ready. Gonna bring it out.
I guess now we got to sink it.
I'm gonna kind of put it in the water a little bit so it's not as heavy when you grab it. And then
By grabbing this part?
Yep. And then it's kind of gonna fall a little bit. You're just gonna guide it to the bottom anywhere.
Oh dang, that is heavy.
Yeah.
That is heavy. Okay.
That's perfect right there. When I drop it, they love it.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I call cucumber city. I just think it looks like little skyscrapers.
Yeah, that is so cool. Oh, get it, Kyle. Get it. Get in there. I swear he's already gotten bigger. He looks
he for
so
sure
much
has,
bigger to
yeah.
me.
The
Oh.
Gravesby grouper in there. Oh, he's coming out. He actually,
Yeah,
he
I
only
see
comes
him.
out whenever there's food. He's like doubled in size.
I don't know, yeah, that I've ever seen him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he literally only comes out when it's feeding time.
I feel that.
Yeah. We typically will just leave this in either until they've devoured it all, which they usually do, or once they lose interest. But I've noticed with this tank, they literally will keep going at it.
Yeah, I bet. Look at them. They're excited.
They also love
That is
lettuce,
so
and then
fun.
I've also tried steamed broccoli that they actually really enjoyed. So we try to switch it up as much as possible.
Who would have known?
Yeah, I
That
know.
is so cool and so crazy. I love it. Enrichment, feeding, all in one.
I'd say those cucumbers are cut perfectly.
Yeah.
I agree. Good job, Striker, on the cucumbers. Compliments to the chef.
But yeah, that's basically the gist of that. So we'll just leave that in there
All
for
right.
a good amount of time.
We'll leave it in there and come back later, huh? Get it when it's empty.
Pretty much.
All right, on to the next job. In this tank, there are some eels. Okay. But there is also a bamboo shark in here.
There's a shark in here?
There's a shark in here.
Oh, I see him!
Yes, you found it. You found
back
it. Oh, I see him. Isn't he so cool?
He's so cute!
I know.
Look how little he is!
And you know what's so cool? When he grows up, he's gonna live in the shark tank.
In the shark tank.
In the shark tank. He'll get like 2 feet long as,
No
as
way.
an adult. Yes.
And then, wait, so I see what's the striped thing back there?
That's an eel.
Okay, so there's an eel and a shark in here.
There's actually 3 eels in there.
3 eels?
Yep, there's a little white one, a black and white one, and the striped one that you saw. But they're so good at hiding, it's hard to
So
find.
there's another, the striped one is there.
And that one's the moray eel?
Yes.
Moray?
There is, oh wait, I do see him. See the black and white spots in the back? It's a skeletor.
A skeleton.
Oh, he's at the bottom. You can see him over here. He's got a big
Oh, I see him.
head.
I see him.
You gotta work for it in this tank.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
But wait, that's not all. There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
Are we ready?
Yeah, next up is what?
Saltwater. We are in Michigan, so we don't really have saltwater that we can use all the time. So we have to make our own saltwater. We have a special machine over there that's an RO machine. It makes reverse osmosis water, which basically removes a bunch of impurities from the water, like dissolved solids, heavy metals, a bunch of that stuff. So basically, it gets pumped into these vats, and then we mix our own salt into it and make our own salt water. Step 1 is checking the salinity of the vats already. I have this refractometer here that will actually tell me the salinity of the water that's in the vats. It measures like the way the light bends through the salt water or something. I don't know the entire logistics of it, but it does cool science stuff. I'm gonna open this valve just a little bit.
Okay, water's coming out.
And I kind of put the pipette up against the edge to get as much water as I can. All right, so I got some water. So basically, I just put water on top and try to make sure there's no air bubbles. Close the lid, and then you hold it up to the light so this blue part is up to the light. And then you can get a reading. So we read from the right side. I want to see if you can tell me what number you think it is.
Good Lord, I'm already blind, and I have to have
So
glasses.
the smaller or the medium-sized ticks are 5, and then 10 are the water.
All right, so it's where the line is, right?
Yes, where the blue line is.
Yep. So I'm gonna say it's above 20.
Yep.
Is it around 25?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Hey, look at that. I'm not completely blind.
We typically want the salinity to be around 30. I'm gonna start off with 1 bag. We always go lower than higher just in case. Heavy bags over here. Okay. Lift with your legs, not your back. Thanks for that tip. I'll let you do the honors.
Oh.
Basically, you just cut across that line.
All
there.
right. Here we go. Cut the top off. And then do you dump the whole bag in? Or
I'm
just
gonna be
a little at a time?
It depends. I dump the whole bag in because at the end we're gonna kind of mix it together. But before you lift that up, I'm going to plug in the pump that's in here. The pump that's in here is gonna take the water out and back into the vats. Once I take water from the vats, it's gonna come into here and that pump's gonna put it back in there and it's just gonna keep circulating.
Oh, so this makes sense. So we're changing the salinity of this whole tank.
Yes.
Is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? It's funny. It makes sense, but I always just see you working out of the bucket.
Yeah.
So like, but that wouldn't make sense, right?
I'm gonna run over here. Okay. I'm going to open the valve and then you can dump that whole thing in.
That's a lot of salt. A lot of
and
salt.
it's gonna come up in our face and perfect. So then I just let it get up to about here, and then I will close the valve, which I don't know if anyone's ever showed you. Nope. But if the valve is open like this, that means it's open. If it's perpendicular to the pipe, that means it's closed.
Good to know.
Yeah.
These are very important things to know with all of the valves everywhere.
Now basically we are just letting the pump that's in there pump it back into the vats. And once it gets low enough, I usually wait because it's harder to stir when it's way up here at the water level, but you're perfectly welcome to stir it. But yeah, once it gets pretty low, that's when I go pretty crazy with the stirring, and yeah, you'll feel like a witch brewing something.
Okay, so I'm officially making salt water. But my experience with salt water is making a cup when I have a sore throat to gargle with. But this is a bit more extreme.
A little bit,
Than that.
yeah. Larger scale.
Yes, very, very much so.
And usually a lot of the salt will stick to the bottom, so
Just scrape it.
yeah, once it gets pretty low, it gets easier to really be forceful with it. But yeah, it all sticks kind of to the bottom. And then once it gets pretty low, I'll open up the valve again and let water come out. Because it comes out pretty fast, so I can actually move the hose around and help us.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna open the valve. Yeah, I know, it comes out really fast. And then I kind of just move it around, help mix as much as possible. And see, the water's already getting pretty clear.
Very much.
And just close it.
So typically, you said we wanted this to be at 30.
Around 30.
So
it's
how
okay
many-
if it's a little under.
How many bags would that typically take?
Well, it all depends on how much water we have in the vats and what the salinity is already at. So 1 bag of salt is supposed to be for 200 gallons. So there's a lot of math involved, but we've honestly done it enough times now where we just kind of know like the ballpark of how many bags we're gonna need. But typically we're like filling the whole vat and we need like 6 or some bags sometimes. Okay. More, so it can be kind of tiring.
Definitely a process.
We'll also switch water. So if we need salt water for something else and we're trying to make salt water, we'll take the salt water from this vat that's already at the correct salinity and we will move it into this vat so that whoever's doing whatever out there can still use salt water while we're making more salt water in this vat.
All right, so this is the making, and that's the take it to fill the tanks. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we have 2 vats.
That looks pretty clear. I usually let it get pretty close to the pump and then I'll unplug it and let it kind of sit just for a minute so that it really circulates in there, and then we'll check the salinity again. But it's just a waiting game now.
All right, guys. So now we know how to make salt water. Actually, it's pretty simple, but you just have to know what the steps are. Could I do it myself? Probably. Might take one other time to remember all the steps because there's a lot of steps. Plug, unplug, open, close, stir, pour. There's a lot that goes into making salt water. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 30 exactly. We just try to get it close so that it's not like 15 and we're pumping that into tanks and stuff like that.
That makes sense. So the average on all the tanks we want to stay around 30.
Usually around 30, yeah. There's a few that have a little bit different parameters, but for the most part, all of them are around 30. All right, so I'm gonna hand this to you. I'm gonna open the valve just a little bit. I think you have enough in there. You don't need too much.
All right, so
So you wanna cover the whole blue part and make sure there's no air bubbles. That's perfect. And then you just slap that on and then pull it up to the light.
all right. Let's see. Did we hit the magic number? I think we're right on the money. All right, you check.
Yeah, that's perfect. See, I've got good practice.
Look at that. She knows exactly what to do. One bag, mix them up. That was
Smarter,
awesome.
not harder.
Exactly. Now I know the process, and now every time I'm walking by and I see one of you guys doing this, I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're doing. All right, what do I got to do next?
I think Stryker wants to show you some feeds.
All right, sounds fun.
So I did notice these when I go to the bathroom in the morning and I'm working.
Okay, you saw the pilot fish.
Yes.
They're flying.
They're hard to miss. So.
Aren't they
flying.
so cool? There's
Yeah.
also 2 triggerfish that are new in there too.
These
Do you
big
see
guys?
those? Yeah.
Wow.
So there's little ones and there's big ones. Those look new too.
And this, was he here? Was he always here?
Actually,
You know where that came from?
no.
That came from the basement.
Oh, when did they put those in there?
Today I was told they were moving.
Lori, we're showing
I
you.
didn't
Yeah, look
know
at
that was in there.
So I think.
Are you kidding me? They moved the fish from the basement in there.
So the 2 clownfish I was told was going in this one with the tessellata eel.
Okay,
And then the cardinal fish something went
Yeah.
somewhere else.
apparently.
Apparently.
Oh my gosh. All right, well guess what? This changed from me showing you guys fish to you showing me fish.
I was
Crazy.
told about them maybe 3 hours ago. So
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But wait, there's more.
there's more.
There's more.
Now we get to the fun stuff.
All
we get to
right.
feed.
I like fun stuff.
Yeah.
What?
This is mysis. So it's like a krill, but super even tinier, and it's kind of a mush.
Yeah.
But it's
kinda
not
reminds me of like a dirty cream of wheat.
I do not like that image.
So okay, how do you feed something like this?
We put it on the output of the water and make it do the work for us.
Oh.
So it's actually really easy.
That makes sense.
Wanna go
All
do it?
right. Yeah. So what's eating this?
The new coral reef fish.
All right, I'm excited. Let's go feed these guys.
Walkie shell? Okay, it worked.
It's official. I'm an aquarist. I have a walkie. This is Lori checking in. All the aquatic team.
Loud and clear.
This is pretty exciting to me. We've got very new fish here, and I'm assuming I get to be one of the first people to feed them because they haven't been here that long. I'm having a lot of fun doing all the stuff that the aquarists do. I see them running around all day, and half the time I'm not really sure what they're doing. Now I have a better understanding of all of these jobs that they have to do every single day.
Honestly, the biggest part of our job is moving around ladders.
I believe it. Okay, so right here where the water's coming out, right?
Yes, that's where the water returns into the tank, but it also creates a little current here. So let's have it do the work for us. So I just take a pinch of the mysis, put it under the water, and let it fly away. And you can see deep back in there, they already found it.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is take a pinch and put it in there.
This smells so bad.
I am nose blind to it completely.
Oh.
I do not smell it.
This is like that?
Yep. Just make sure it goes under the water.
Release.
Perfect. That's all there is to it. For something
All
small
right.
like that.
Easy enough. Well, how about I'll let you do the smelly part, and then I'm gonna go out front and I'll tell you when you're good.
Sounds good to me.
Boy, there's a lot of process to all this. It's not just throwing something in a tank. All right. Oh, this is cool. We got people who actually get to watch. So I think, yep, there he is. All right, there it's coming. I think I can handle this part. When they stop eating, tell them to stop. And they're eating pretty good. This is kind of cool too, because you get to now see all the different fish that are in here too. I just love those hippo tanks. Look at them, they're so fun. Little dories.
How are they looking?
I think we're good, Striker.
They're full.
Over and out. Man, this is just so cool getting to see these guys feed like this. I love this. I need to do more of this. Less desk work and more working with the animals and the fish, because this is a lot of fun. Like if I did this all day, I would love my job. Hey, we have fish in the coral tank.
We have dories.
We do.
It's so blue. That's incredible. So this didn't have anything in it before.
No?
This was empty.
Yep.
And then what do you know what these little fish are?
No. You said it, but it was a weird.
I know, and I forgot.
It wasn't a chromis, but it was something. Oh, anthias.
Yes,
Anthias. Not
you are
atheists.
right.
Anthias.
Yes.
Wow. They're pretty.
How exciting is this, right? And guess what? We also have more coming. Probably in a couple days, we're gonna start to get corals.
Corals?
Yes.
exciting.
Wow. So this is supposed to be the living tank, right?
It
so
is. It's starting to
coral
come
anemones.
together. But how cute is that? How exciting! We have Dory.
We have a lot of dories.
We have Dory and Nemo now. What do you guys think?
This might be the tank that.
Thumbs up on this?
Thumbs up.
How does this work?
So there will be usually two of us that go up there, and we have a whole system down where we will take grabbers, and I will go to one side of the tank and hit them on the catwalk 3 times to help eventually signal to the zebra shark that it's their time to eat. Right when I do that, Striker pours in a little bit of what I call shark juice, but it's basically like squid juice or juices that we drain from any of our foods, just to really get their attention and know like, hey, food's coming. And then I drop the tongs in with a piece of food, and the zebra shark will usually, in like a minute or so, swim right up and take it.
Well, definitely willing to give this a try. That would be cool if I could get
Yeah.
Marty to eat.
Marty's very food oriented, so
That's awesome.
Marty's been learning pretty quickly.
All right, let's do it.
Remember when I said moving ladders was most of our job?
All right, guys, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna feed Marty. I'm super excited. Let's do this. So up here is really cool, guys. It is definitely a cool experience. I'm glad I own the place so I can do it.
So I do 3 taps for the zebra shark, and then we do 2 for the black tips.
I see the juice floating around. They're getting kind of speedy in there too.
It takes Marty a minute to kind of realize what's going on.
Oh yeah, I see them starting to swing by.
I also kind of wiggle it around a little bit just to kind of mimic a fish in the water.
Oh, that is so awesome.
His mouth is like kind of underneath them. Once he comes up to the tongs, you kind of have to like move the tongs around just so that he can get a good bite, and you'll feel him kind of rip the food, and that's when you let go.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give it to you now.
And so I just put it in.
Yep. So put it in, you can put it in a little bit further than that and just gently swish it around. Yeah, usually once he gets the first piece, it's pretty good after that.
He is so cool. He's already grown so much
Oh yeah.
since we've had him. He's such a beautiful, beautiful animal. I do love him.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, Marty.
He's thinking about it.
Yep, he's gonna take his time. Makes sense.
Oh. All right, so I would slow it down. Perfect.
Oh my god. That was so cool. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he does that sometimes actually. He'll still get it.
Okay.
He likes to play with his food, yeah.
Well, the pilchers don't mind.
Yeah, no, they love picking at it.
Oh my gosh, That was
Yeah.
so cool.
That's how we
Well,
feed
this is
them.
the best part about being an aquarist, I'll tell you what. I know you don't get to pick what you do every day, but I would definitely be the one to feed the sharks if if I got to choose. But I just love it so much. I appreciate you guys. That was amazing.
Arguably the funnest part of the day.
Absolutely.
I don't know, I really like cut cucumbers.
I know you're pretty good with the ladders.
True. Got 2 talents in life.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.